Alright, welcome guys. So, last time we had found a perfect Arctic planet with amazing mountains. It looked like the perfect hot planet. We started building a bunker just like the rebel base. And guess what? Just we already had built the entry of the bunker and we've hit the terrain limit. The limit where the terrain says you cannot build further. Let's see what ships came in. Oh, look at that fighter. Fighter looks cool. So we reached that terrain limit and we realized, hey, we cannot build in this location. We have to find a new location. And the entire planet was steep mountains and barely anywhere we could build. So I remember seeing planets that had extreme caves, but I never settled on one or thought to mark it. And now I'm looking for one. So I thought, let me go backtrack and see the planets that I already have and see if already any one of those has caves, like the ones I remember. So we're gonna do a bit of warp driving, jumping from base to base. The ones that planets that I said like, oh, these are pretty cool to build a base in, and marked and see if they have cave systems that are gonna let us build a bunker base. And it's not gonna be a hot bunker, but we're gonna build a cool bunker base. We need a base, something, you know, to call home. But yeah, should be fun. Base building, but first we need to find the planet. Okay, this planet, I remember it's pretty cool. I'll show you here. Let's take off first. Let me readjust the sun. So it has like a purple fungus growing kind of soil, which is very appropriate, I think, for the swamp. The sky looks very hazy and gray. The water looks blue. But I don't know if this has caves. Probably not. Maybe. Oh, it does have caves. That's a cave right there. But they're not massive cave systems like what I know this game can render. That means less digging um, when we're building as well, right? So let's summon our freighter, pick another spot. This one does not have cave. I want to check one that I call Calypso. This is also an extreme planet, uh, but it's also very cool. I think I found it cool, and marked it. I think I even started building a base. We probably teleport into a base, but it's not even gonna have power. I built a lot of it, but left it at the point of routing the power. And look at what decided to grow. This was before Origins. This decided to just render in my helipad. Yeah, it is an extreme planet, as you can see. But it's a mega exotic with giant trees. So imagine if this wouldn't have gotten extreme storms, if this wouldn't have gotten like the chromatic effect, all these check marks. Oh, look at the meteor shower, but it's still a pretty cool planet. It's boring. Look at all the meteor showers everywhere. If you were to be in the surface and you would not have shield upgrades or hazard protection right now. Welcome, Mr. Sleep. Can I join you? Yeah, man. Check this planet out. Mr. says, I'm gonna chill while I do my quiz. Awesome, man. That sounds great. This is one of my favorite planets. I call it Calypso. Did I name it? I probably didn't even name it. I named it on the base. Oh yeah, I named it. You see, I like it so much. I spend it. I usually don't name the actual planet in the discoveries unless I really like it. I name the base, but I don't name the. It's an extreme storm. I want to get to the sun side. I haven't picked. Well, I picked that base location. It has a electrical generator, but I want if I find in this planet uh, extreme cave system, I'll build a bunker base there because I build a kind of like an outpost tower in a mountain. Um, it's kind of like a floating one of those floating rocks, but this is water. This is all water. But look, this is a pretty cool planet. It's blue water. Let's just wait for the storm to pass. Let's fly through the clouds. Let's see how the clouds look. It's odd that it's raining above the clouds. Like, it would be so drastic a contrast if this would be clear. Right now, I could just see space and fly And as soon as I cross the clouds, that rumble, they already have the rumble. You feel the rumble as you go through the clouds. That's when this whole haze effect of the atmosphere and the climate triggers in. Look, even the islands look very lush. Just can't wait until the storm passes. We're just gonna fool around, flying through the clouds. Yeah, but the team went all out with this. I love the feature. They added this in Origins so that you could be able to fly through the clouds. They would actually have 3D sustenance. Look at this. They're procedurally generated clouds. That's awesome. And look at this. Look. Notice. Keep your eyes on the clouds as the weather dissipates. Look at that. Seamless transition. I hear the claps. Great job, devs. Like that was amazing. I love the clouds now. I don't know why it's so bright in my planet now. It didn't used to be so bright. I can barely see. But I haven't been here since Origin, so they did affect a bit how the atmosphere and the colors and the weather looks. Oreo cookies, welcome. Dr. Lecter says, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Dr. Lecter. How are you, sir? Alright, let's look for the sun. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, let's look for caves here. But although this is an archipelago planet, so it might be rare to find it with caves. Yeah, because it barely has terrain. But look, this planet is amazing. I love it. It's a mega exotic. It's not a lush planet. But during the day, it acts like a lush planet. Look, if I were to walk on this planet, it wouldn't trigger hazard protection. Look, during the daylight, no hazard protection needed. Yeah, I mean during normal weather. So it acts like a lush planet with extreme weather, but you could find a planet just like this without extreme weather, and you would see the colors even better because you wouldn't have that mist going active all the time. But yeah, this doesn't have extreme. Okay, but wait, no, doesn't have extreme caves. So let's keep going. So Oreo cookies, you can put a base wherever you want. You know, keep this planet. Freighter. Teleporter. Nitro, welcome back. He says hello and good evening. I am joining again. Sure, man. Welcome. That's Nitro. Just joining. So we're looking for a planet because we cannot build in that Arctic bunker we were building before. Um, you reach the limit of how much you can dig into the mountain, really quickly. So it leaves you with the only possibility of building a very shallow bunker. But if we find planet that already has extreme caves, then we can dig really far into the terrain because it's already dug in because of the caves that generated. But that mountain did not generate caves. It just generated a shallow slope of the a very steep slope of the terrain limit. So I'm trying to find nice planets that I've already marked out that might be. Check out this one. This is a very rare planet that I found. I've never seen anything like it. Wait till you guys see this planet. BG Corporation, welcome. He says, "Is it not good to dig through because terrain comes back?" Well, no, yeah, you definitely should be able to dig through and dig your own bunker bases. So there are two different ways. You know how sometimes you place either a large fab or you place small concrete floor or just a concrete floor, whatever size, and it digs it kind of auto digs the terrain for you. Well, that one is the one that almost surely will grow back and you'll have to dig. And once you place your decorations, it's very difficult to get your mining beam to trigger that terrain to be dug. So it leaves a lot of dirt around your decorations and parts that you build. Um, excuse me. So it forces you to take them out and then place them back again, and then you teleport a few times, and then you come back and they have grown again. All right, check this planet out. It's a champagne planet. All right, that's a thing now. Okay, it is it is a lush planet. It is it is a lush planet with no extreme weather, no extreme sentinels. It has it's not a mega exotic, but look, and it may have caves. It may have extreme caves. Oh, look, it may have extreme caves. It has extreme caves. That's why I bookmarked it. I couldn't even remember. I'm so glad I revisited. We're gonna build our bunker in this champagne forest. What do you guys think? Look at this. Everywhere you go. And I think at night the grass glows. It shimmers. It shimmers with the moonlight. Look at that. Those are cave systems that we can dig deep bunkers into because they don't have the terrain block. The terrain block is way deep. So now we just have to find the right formation that we want. That one that we had earlier is not bad, but it has a lot of water. But that's another good thing. Look how beautiful this planet is. It's purple, green atmosphere, and it has suns. It has two suns, two stars, a red and a blue star. That look how man, they're amazing. And look at that, just serene. You know, no pesky sentinels. Let's look at what kind of cave systems are far away from the water, as far away deep inland as we can. Like, yeah, let's check it out. And we can see from the sky that there is a massive deep pressure in the terrain there. There's over there too. Yeah, let it render from high here, high above, so that we can see. That might be a good area for a bunker base. It has kind of like a flat basing here. I don't know, but I think the terrain looks kind of plain right now. Maybe with a bit. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's an extreme cave. Yeah, you could almost fly the starship in. Don't go in, starship. I'm trying to land you. And it's not, it's still rendering, so it's. I haven't scanned it, I think. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, but I think this planet's pretty cool. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how much we can dig. It's just there's no limit. There's well, let's get our exograph because it's just so large a cave system that you need your exograph, and that's a great thing. I'm gonna bring out this one has a lot of traction. I have high traction on the four-wheeler. I was gonna dig through this to try to reach the limit, but it's a big column, so you could just reach the other side on foot. You see, here, yeah, we can build a bunker base. There's barely any column stalagmites. I don't know if it's that I'm not rendering them. I think it's just how it rendered, how this generated. I mean, yeah, these cave systems don't have stalagmites, don't have cave marrow. Look, there's more here. No cobalt. Oh, there's a cave marrow over there. But you get what I'm saying. This is not a shallow a steep slope of a mountain that doesn't let you dig into the mountain. Look, there's even a tree in the cave. There's a tree in the cave. How did you get sunlight? Are there like glass shells here that reflect sunlight all the way up from the surface down to this tree? I don't want to go over it. I'm gonna go around the tree because that tree deserves respect right there. Okay. Oh, look, what we were talking about, a massive chamber, cave chamber. Look at that. It even the ceiling has caves. Okay, the cave is so large that the ceiling of the cave has caves. Look at that. There's one cave right there. It's just so epic. I want to go. Look look at the size. Look at the size. This is a map. I could still ride my exocraft inside this cave. The marrow bulb here is cyan blue. I've always seen it being green. All colors, the notes say. What does he say about the narrow bulbs? Inedible petals. Well, my rule of thumb is everything is inedible here. You have to use the nutrient processor at that because you're not gonna. You just discovered this planet. It does have stalagmites. It has subterranean relics, just like any other planet. But it's actually good that it doesn't have that many in the tunnels because it was easy for the exocraft to just traverse it. This is one of those caves you can get lost in. Yep. But this is just the roof. This is the ceiling of our cave. This is the cave within the cave. One of the tunnels. I don't want to dig. I want to leave it pristine and because we're gonna build here. This is gonna be our bunker base build. The champagne forest thing. But yeah, this is part of the Origins update. You can find like frothing planets. They're called this is what this one is called. If you see it from the outside, it would say that. It would say frothing planet. Um, that's what champagne does, right? I don't know, maybe not. There's dihydrogen inside the cave. It thinks it's outside. The game thinks it's outside. Look, there's another cave area there. Alright, so let's refuel this before it runs out on us. Okay, here we go. I think this is the way we... No, this is not the way out. Alright. Yeah, you can get lost. I am already lost. Good stuff. Nitro, where are you when I need to to help me get out of this cave? So this goes deeper into the cave. Wow! Wow, we found an underwater, I mean, cavern system, yeah. Okay, time to switch exocrafts. Nitro says, we'll see you later. Have a good night, Nitros. Alright, so let's summon the submarine. Why don't you want to summon submarine? There you go. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong key. There's sulfur down in this cave. Look at this. This is entire underwater with even with the these monsters. The what are they called? I forget. They drop hypnotic eyes. Okay, looks like this is the end. But now we're gonna summon the really fun exograft. This is my favorite. Where can why cannot we why can't we summon you? Doesn't even tell us why. Oh, but this is epic. Just take a look at this. Our flashlight doesn't reach the ceiling. I guess we found our new bunker base. There's condensed carbon down here. You could refuel your exocraft in the middle of the if you forgot to get condensed carbon. Yeah, the ceiling is so tall, it thinks it's outside. It doesn't render it like a cave. There is our exocraft. Thank you. We're drifting through the caves. We're in the ceiling. Okay, yeah, it has a lot of slide. Boom, explosion. More condensed carbon. Okay. We're gonna need our submarine again. This is not the same way because our submarine would have been there. This is a whole nother. This is a whole nother tunnel leading us deeper into the cave. Again, looks like we're on foot. But it's endless, look. Doesn't it just keeps going. BG Corporation says that's impressive. You were looking for one and you found it, lol. This sucks. This sucker is deep, right? No, yeah. I marked. I guess I didn't pay attention. I didn't make like a mental note, but I saw that. You remember when we landed? It was impressive, like you say, and I guess I put a base just because the planet was looked cool and the frothing effect. Look, we're outside again. With a crash freighter on top. This might be the entrance to the bunker. We could flatten this out. Nah, the look, the freighter is kind of like, oh no, I thought this was mesh that it looks, I think it looks great. It may just look great right there. Oh, this is the glowing effect that I was telling you about. Look at the grass. Let me, I should increase the music. I can hear the music. Faint, faint. Uh, okay, let's do that. Can we hear it? Nah, for a moment it kind of sounded like in the Atlas. Look at that. I already scanned it. The weirdest thing is it looks like a mutation rolling around. Oh yeah, it's totally amorphous. Let's see if there's anything else. But it looks there's plenty of salvage data to dig up. Just underground animals running around. Yeah. This is where we're gonna build. Moment of truth. This is one of those checks. No nearby hotspots. Okay, let's move around. Yes, there you go. I see it's doable. It just takes a lot of scaling. And if you want to build a generator that looks kind of like RP, then you're gonna have to build a large one because it's gonna take a lot of them. Let's see if on another corner, like over there, there's another generator or hotspot because there can be multiple. There's no rule that says, oh, each hotspot has to be at this distance from each other. It's pretty epic. What are those wisps? What is that? Oh, it's just a shimmer of the bubble. We can be scanning. Extendable bronze. I don't know what that means. I know extendable, but I don't know what a frond is. But yeah, we found in our history an extreme cave planet. Look at this already. Almost fell into this massive ravine. Look at that. That looks like a wind tunnel. Wow. With this floating rock here, right in the middle of it. Almost felt like it would have, you know, but no, it's just floating here. There's caves everywhere, everywhere. It's all caves. That's the C class. No, let's find a good place. We can always, if we wanted a freighter in the background, do we want that? Yeah, we can always look for crash freighters using our Minotaur. Minotaur has them. I think there's another exocraft that's better for this, but let's see. Yeah. So the strike signal over there. So what we can do is, or we can look for a monolith. What do you guys think? Should we build the bunker near a crash freighter or a monolithic structure? Those new ones in Origins that they added, the large ones. Look at this island in the middle. I rarely see anything like that. Oh, it's really far away. But that's not where we're going. We're not going to a miner settlement. Let's see how the monolith would look. We find them by looking for commercial inhabited outpost. I probably should have looked in the surface because if you're flying around, it doesn't guarantee you find it in the planet that you're looking for. It might be off planet. Okay. I don't know what it found. We found a starship. A fighter. It might have now they sometimes have a stranded alien attached to the crash freighter, so the crash ship, so you cannot just claim it. Although this one doesn't look like it has anyone. It's a large inventory slot. Ah, it's a C class. Still 12 million units. Yeah, look, 12 million units. We'll claim it, but we'll leave it there. We'll let the henchmen in our freighter use that traction beam to get it up, you know, into space, and we'll scrap it later. Nice, but look at that. All right, let's look for the observatory. It's not what we're looking for. Miner settlement either. Let's land so that we guarantee that the location that we generate is in this planet. And then it'll never find two types in a row, the same type in a row. It'll always give you a different type of location. So don't visit the ones that you don't want and just keep using your markers, your charts. If nothing happens, just keep using here. Minor settlement. Just found those two, right? Yeah. Come on, you can find one. There you go. You see, just keep using charts. Sometimes they just don't give you anything. That's what we're looking for. Planetary Archive. And once you find the one you're looking for, you can go and visit all the others, like the minor settlement, just so those markers are removed from your radar. Colossal Archive. That sounds epic. This is like a phone call. Not even that, a phone call will be instant. It would be instant. Yeah, it would be at the speed of light. I'm a dumb. Okay, here we go. Nice. What species do we have in this planet, in this star system? It's a Korvax. Let's learn something of the Korvax. Although the Korvax don't like me, I gotta say, I'm gonna tell you, I'm. Come on, don't do this. Should land in the right spot. There's like there's a rainbow in the background. Look at that. Yeah, this is where we're building. Hey, you took my parking lot spot. Oh, come on. They're all taken now. There's one here. Nick Law, welcome. He says, "What makes the Minotaur better than the Roamer?" Well, you can pick up items from the Minotaur directly. Plus, it protects you completely from the hazard without having to install upgrades. So you can leave those slots for inventory. And the jetpack is one of the fastest way to traverse. You can use your Minotaur board to dig terrain. The other exocrafts don't have that, but they will have laser and they will have cannons. Um, they will have the teleporter and they will have boost. Their boost is different. The engine doesn't need six upgrades, six slots for the boost and the engine. You only need the three for the boost, and it's really fast. The Minotaur is really fast traveling. But you gotta because it recharges really quickly. So as soon as you land, you're able to jump again, and you're flying. The Minotaur is flying all around. But good question, good question. Let's I like that it's even frothing inside the station. They're all drunk. They're all drunk because the entire environment is alcoholic. It's fermenting. No, I'm not gonna talk to him. Here, this is where we learn something about the Korvax. Greetings, entity, knowledge. Access is forbidden to all but Korvax. Speech. That's all we can understand. The Korvax archive is intended only for its own species, ancient audio equipment drones in a low frequency, seemingly expecting a voice command. Technological. Yes, trade would be Gek. You gotta figure out their password, and the Korvax would be say technological. Let's see. Access granted. Yeah, that was the password. Decrypt archive. The entry is titled Disconnection. It contains the manifest's will of ancient Korvax echoes. Disconnected chose to Disconnected chose to be what they are. They chose the errors that lead to their ejection. They chose in other cases to leave of their own free will. 98% attempt to rejoin the convergence once they are alone. Wow. Okay, so the disconnected is the Korvax that decided to end their existence, right? Because they're machines. They can run forever with maintenance, and they do. They find new shells, and their consciousness gets transferred into new shells, right? So it says that the disconnected chose to be what they are. The the since they could live forever, some of them decided, I okay, enough. Like they chose the errors that led to their ejection. Some, so some of them chose the errors, and the convergence ejected them, meaning the convergence kind of like killed them. Um, all they say they chose in other cases to leave their own free will. So in other cases, they said like, okay, we can live forever. We live forever, so I don't want to do that, and they just left, disconnected. Then it says 98% of those two scenarios attempted to rejoin back once they were alone. So it looks like the disconnected are not really dead, but they are somewhere else. Like their consciousness is somewhere else, and they can still rejoin the convergence. The convergence is the collective consciousness. They have like a hive mind, the Korvax, and they're one single mind. But each one individual can, I don't know how it. This is why we're learning, okay? Because no one knows how it all works. So let's say what it keeps going. So they do not understand what we are, even those who have lived their entire lives in our light. We are not a hive mind. What we were just talking about. We are not individuals. We are in between. So you see that just what we were talking about, they're kind of like a hive mind. The convergence is one collective mind, but still there is an individuality to each individual quarterbacks where they can choose to be disconnected. Or you need individuality. A hive mind does not choose for one individual to be disconnected, right? So that's what happened. That's what they're trying to say, that it's kind of like a in between of both a hive mind and Korvax individuals being sentient in their own free will. We are an ocean of many creatures, one mass containing multitudes, an ecosystem of living and dead, of thoughts and feelings, constantly merging and unmerging. Um, I don't know what they mean by living and dead because they're machines, but I guess that's what they mean by that. And living that they well they are actively living and they have consciousness, thoughts and feelings and um yeah. The weeping of the disconnected is just vapor, liquid drifting into uncharted skies. Kind of like saying that dying is a mistake. They're talking very down. They're talking down on the disconnected, right? Uh, at least I could read it that way. Like they think they have they look down on them because they don't understand why they would choose. I don't know. To But yeah, on in other terms, in another topic, I mean, I think we found our bunker, or at least the main location for our bunker. Let's scout the area. Looks like a big cave formation over here. Looks like a natural canyon area that a exocraft can easily traverse. Massive canyon entrance here. No, 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 no. I don't. I think it's shallow. I think it's shallow. Let's see. Let's inspect this cave. It's gotta be massive, like the ones we saw. We got lost inside a cave. It's gotta be like that. Maybe we should have just stayed on that one. Well, it's not looking shallow at all. All right, it just keeps going. So let's bring our exocraft, the one that has traction. Does this one fit? Yeah. All right, we're on foot. Where there is a massive tunnel. Nah, I don't know. This is not like the other cave. The other cave was it had a massive inner chamber that the flashlight could not reach the ceiling. There were caves in the ceiling. That's how massive the chamber was. We're gonna go back there. We can go back there. We may not be able to go back there. I don't know. I don't know. I think I didn't mark it, but I think we were flying close to. Okay, I'm not. I'm lost. Just respect to this cave because I got lost. Well, I don't have the best direction either, so I get lost everywhere. Look at that. All right. No, not exocraft. And notice no storms. No storms. Okay, let's go back to base where we have our base locator. There's a lot of terrain to explore, so we can just explore. We can just explore. It doesn't have to be a massive building in the background. Yeah, but this is the planet. This you see, this is what I meant. They look like scars on the terrain when you see them. Let's see. All right, let's just fly around and look. The awesome thing is there's no storms that impair our vision while we're flying. We can just fly around. Here's one that's massive. That is, yeah. Sloth says hi. Hey, Sloth. Welcome. How are you, sir? Oh, look at this. This I like this. We have like a beach. Oh, and look. This could be the entrance. I don't know. No, it's maybe. No nearby hotspots here. We're at the point of actually picking a base location and settling down and start base building. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's keep looking. And even though it's a cave system, it looks like it's not gonna be that difficult to traverse on an exocraft. Although you have to watch where you're, you know, where you're leading your exocraft because there's gonna be holes on the ground everywhere and pits. Either way, it's not difficult to get them out. This one looks like it's a cave system that connects all the way down over here. What about here? Let's turn around and see it from a bit of a distance. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's kind of like the only way in and out is this corridor, but immediately there's water there and no easy way for the exocraft to kind of like get on about exploring the rest of the planet. So it doesn't look like naturally someone would settle there and use the terrain as an advantage. Looks like a disadvantage. This looks good though. Mm. No nearby hotspot immediately visible. Okay, let's see. Look at the wisps. They're gonna be following us and staring at us the entire time we're building this. I like that it's a water cave system, but it doesn't have a easy way to explore it on foot with an exocraft like the other one. Let's just keep looking. We'll find something, and the more variety we see, like now, when we find one that's awesome, I'll remember to bookmark it. uh, this one maybe, but nah, it's gonna be more impressive than that, right? We found one that the ship could fly inside the cave. Like this one. Okay, it's daylight. I wanna make pick a good location, not not just settle. It's one of those decisions you cannot undo. Nice. This one has an observatory right there. Whoa. It's like entire chamber in there. Yeah. There's no easy way for the exocraft to get in though. So, but it does kind of tell me to keep looking for buildings because those buildings created that. This is good. Yeah, this is very good. It has easy access to the exocraft, plenty of exploration inside. It looks spot. Yeah, it has exploration in all directions. Caves in all directions. Yeah. Nick Law says, "Great stream, man. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night if you're heading out." So that could be the entrance of our bunker right there. I mean, this wall right here that I'm facing. This could be parking for starships. I'm gonna bring the traction heavy four-wheeler. Nice, they connect. We could have a base that spans all this area. So if the electrical generator is over here, or I mean the hotspot is over here, then we build a plant over here. Like what I'm saying is using different parts of the cave. But this is a massive cave system. Oh. Backflip. Okay, no hotspot. Go back and check the other side. Oh, oh. Nice, we landed it. No. No hotspot. hotspot in any corner. There might be one here. No. Alright, new place. This was a good one though. But there's many. That's why it's good to find a planet that's just extreme caves all around, because um, otherwise you might find one cave that is good, or what I'm saying is that you see, but all the conditions are not met. You might find a cave that looks good, but not, it doesn't have all the conditions that you're looking for. But if you have a whole planet that generates nothing but extreme caves, then you can just immediately get out in your spaceship and go and find another one. Although it looks like it got flat all of a sudden, right? It's pretty cool. This planet, I was reading that in the break, that planets can show different types, up to three different types of terrain, and it suddenly was like just all flat. Okay, let's do this. I think we're very close to the water level. The water level is a constant. Ah, that's pretty cool. The freighter is in the cave. Well, it kind of like they render together in the same spot. The cave doesn't have a ceiling, but it would have been a cave if it wasn't for the freighter. That's pretty cool. It actually makes it look crash. It makes it look crash. That's awesome. It makes it look like it actually crashed there. And it created that crater. But it didn't. It didn't create the crater. Okay. I am fond of this area. And you can see the planet there. Let's look at the skyline. Just the one planet. No problem. That's a radio tower there. There's an underwater cave underneath the freighter. Alright, let's try to find a spot for an electromagnetic generator. Well, where do we have a good view? Here. Let's see. That's not a good view. This is when we summon our Minotaur. There's a bee sea level is right here. That at least this gives us a reference that we can build anywhere within this radius, right? Looks like it has also a mineral deposit not far away in that distance. I mean, in that direction. Let me put the marker. Looks like there's a cave system beneath our feet. There's one right here. Hmm. I don't see it. Maybe here. This nice lake. I don't know. I think I just want to build everywhere. This one is nice. This one is nice. But it's just over there I couldn't see a way to get the exocraft in and out, and also build a area that kind of like stands, um, kind of like fits in the scene. Because where would I build the ramp where the exocraft go up and down? I was thinking around here, but it has a freighter in the right in the middle, and then all around here it's mountain. But if I dig here, I'm gonna reach the mesh probably. Although it looks like it has a cave system. Still, you could barely see the freighter. There's two freighters. You could barely see the freighter if I create a bunker there, so there's no point in building near that freighter. So that's why that I was just running through all those thoughts and deciding whether I wanted to settle. Yeah, forget about freighters. We're focused on caves. One cave that looks like naturally you would want to build a bunker into it. And the thing is that they're so extreme that we're getting like all kinds of terrains like these, and mixed with water, and it makes it difficult to see an exocraft. I think we were here before. When I was hunting for Earth-like planets, and all I could see was like yellow atmospheres, orange atmospheres, red oceans, yellow oceans. I'm looking for blue skies and blue water. Um, I would just say like, okay, just get random, like go and start jumping into random systems and random directions. Just break the patterns that you're doing right now, however you can, and just tr try to, because if whatever you're doing is repeating that, it's getting you the same result, then break the procedure. Look at this one. Maybe, and when I was just speaking about it, I did that. I just flew up and started randomly flying. It is flat. It has its own lake. No hotspot yet. You can see the planet over there. And it does have a cave system, and it looks like massive with no water. Oh yeah, it does have water. But we can still dig into this type of mountain and not breach the mesh. I like it. I'm gonna bookmark it. Let me since I'm already over here, let's see if there's an electromagnetic deposit nearby. There is one. There is a B1. Good stuff. Nick Law says Minotaur in action. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, man. That's the best. You can pick up storm crystals and ancient bones using your Minotaur, so you could dig them up and pick them up. And you can also run through an extreme storm without taking any hazard damage. Do this early on in your playthroughs, um, because you don't have to install any hazard protection upgrades on your Minotaur. So you don't need nanites or anything. Just having the Minotaur 10 salvage data is all you need to protect your character from extreme storms, and get all the storm crystals you need to create the hyper cores that you need for fuel efficiency, your hyperdrive efficiency. Yep, yep. Minotaur's the best. Did you know the Pilgrim can go over water? Can travel over water? The Pilgrim is the one that has like hovers. Um, this looks amazing. Let's follow it. It's an entire underground river that just keeps going. Oh, and this is our base. This is where we put our base down. This is a good system, but it doesn't have a natural place to put the bunker. Um, oh, look over here. Like this. This is what I'm talking about. It's kind of like a natural slope, but that has a flat area underneath that you could actually see an exocraft entering and exiting. Um, let's see. Let's see. But there's no easy way down into this canyon. And okay, let's see if we can get higher altitude so that we get more distance between the water and the cave. So let's start searching for high altitude mountains, the highest altitude mountains that we can find, and see if one of them has like a has the cave right at the peak, and we can build from there. That would be awesome. Let's see, we envisioned it. Let's see if we can make it real. There's plenty of terrain to that RNG could have generated that kind of thing. So we're looking for that the massive cave system is at the peak of a mountain, of one of these tallest slopes. That'll make it so most of the cave system is far away from the water. Here we got lucky, like close, I mean, and it generated kind of like close to the peak, and it's not bad. Maybe you need a, let me see, let's see. You see, there's no water anywhere, and we could dig in into the sides of these walls. Exocraft could enter. Nick Loss says, oh yeah, military in action. This is kind of like an in between because it does have access to water, but it still has plenty of mountain this way. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. This is a good choice. Right, that one is heading back towards the base, and that one goes and gets flat. So let's keep flying this way. Let's see. Let's see. We just gotta give it time, fly by, and see what the terrain generation comes up with. Like this. It wasn't the very peak. The peak is this corner, but very close to it. It created this hollow. It has a C class. It has plenty of exploration. There's tunnels everywhere in all directions. Now let's see if there's a natural way up for the exocraft. Okay, I gotta zoom out. I like it. It's an entire canyon leading up to an observatory. There's no water because it's at the very top of the mountain. We could have a tall tower here. I'm already starting to see it, you see? I'm starting to see it here. We could even connect this and making an arc. It will be a lot of terrain manipulation. But in this middle area, you could have a tower. we could also find a way to connect the inner to this side of the mountain and kind of dig an out, like like an exit, a back exit to the bunker. You always want when you're building a bunker, you always want to have multiple exits. A fire inside a contained facility is very dangerous. Is your probably your worst case scenario, right? Um, and so you need to have multiple evacuation routes. Look, there's caves everywhere here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's find a better magnetic spot than the C class. Nick Law says, also playing NMS at work actually. Ha, nice. Dude, I do it. I'll take a break and on lunchtime I'll jump in. I'm a programmer, so I'm working from home, and I'll set the oven and stuff, and during my break I'll either play Heroes of the Storm for one match, a 15-minute match. But yeah, it's to get the mind out. Fine, that's good. So here we go. We're gonna find a place. I think I got excited with that. I don't know why. And didn't check if there was an electromagnetic hotspot. There's that C class. We can always discover it later. Maybe it's a different C class because this one is pretty far away from where we were. I'm being very spoiled with my Starship launch fuel because I'm using the fighter jet to just hop around this area. No nearby hotspot. Ah, that's why. I think we already scanned these. No, we haven't. Diet oxide elements, notes, gentle. Uh, notes, secret phytotoxins. They're poisonous, but they're gentle. The star bulb look fitting here. A B1. We found a B class. Yes, this is way better. It's really far away though. I would use the Minotaur if you could open your scanner with the Minotaur. I hope they add that. I don't know why there's no use for the other bumper. Um, but yeah, it causes you to have to dismount in order to scan and see how far you are from the generator or not. There's a gas and there's a mineral deposit. But now having this, let's mark it here. where's the ship? Here it is. Wow, it's really far away. Next, we now know where the power source is. So we can place our base computer up to 300 yards away from, yeah, units or whatever distance measure. I always have to explain that. I shouldn't. Anyway, 300 units from that location. Which I don't see it anymore. But let's get a measure. Let's use this observatory here. It's not an observatory, it's an abandoned facility. That's not that hotspot. 470 units away. This crack is untraversable. Oh, look, it has another one, but this one is way closer. This may have redeemed this base, this location, this second B class hotspot, right on top in this flat area where we can easily build um, electromagnetic plant. Nice. I would love to just pick the location. I don't want to rush it. If I have to go and go another stream and looking for the perfect place, then we can do that. Because once you start building, but look, this is massive already. This is just the welcoming chamber. We can create landing area for starships. We can create the bunker against one of these walls and leave these caves for exploration. We saw these connect all the way down to a lake down below that over there at the we can put race markers as well and race down to the lake. That would be pretty cool. See who has the fastest time. But yeah, look, there's caves everywhere here. Look at this one with this dome. Yeah, before we settle, let's explore it a bit. Let's really fall in love with the location. The last thing you want is to discover after you've placed every single base part, this location is not the best. Oh yeah, but look, there's tunnels everywhere. And it's not like they're shallow. Look, you just keep going. Wow, look, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Now they're spiraling. We just went through a spiral tunnel. I'm gonna get lost. At least there haven't been any turns. It's one way. It's one direction. Look, there's water there. Kind of like a mini chamber. There's a cave that goes branches that way. Then there's an underwater. Oh no, it's not underwater. Oh yeah, we're lost already. Look how much cave there is. It just it's just a network of tunnels, endless, from the top of the mountain to the base in the of the lake. This is what we wanted to see. Now we have to find a big chamber, inner chamber. We can always dig the ceiling, but then it's not natural. It doesn't look natural. The procedural generation is good and making things look natural here. So hopefully, and we've seen them. So before we settle, let's make sure this cave system has at least one inner chamber, and we'll build the entrance to our bunker close to that chamber. Hopefully, our entrance will lead into the chamber. But at this point, I just want to get out of this cave because I don't know where I'm going. Okay, here. Always look up. Yeah, all that terrain that you see dark is cave systems underneath the ceilings of caves. Massive ravines everywhere. Excuse me. That's how far we traveled on in just the cave. That's a massive cave system. Okay. There is a mineral deposit, but I'm not too concerned about mineral or resources. Ben Gerbig, hey Ben, welcome. He says, what happened to the weekend events? Oh yeah, man. We were building yesterday. We had a building event yesterday and building a bunker base. And today we were building again. But we found out that where we were building, the terrain had the limit. You know, like there's a limit to how deep you can dig, and it was being used at a very shallow depth of the mountain slope. So we barely got to dig into the mountain, and then we encountered that wall that wouldn't let us dig any further. And therefore, we decided to switch the planet and look for one with extreme caves like this one. As you can see, this like massive chambers, because we can always dig into these and not run into that terrain blocker. We can just keep digging. into the wall, right? But yeah, let's see. Where are we gonna find that massive chamber? Probably not this way. Ben says, that's cool. Oh my god, you said my last name right? Nice weekend events at the Nexus. Oh, what do you mean? I see what you mean. The weekend events at the Nexus. I don't know. It's because the Origins released, right? Just because they had like the community events were hinting to Origins kind of thing. So the missions just ended. The storyline just ended. So it's not that they glitched out or they're bugged or anything, but it does hint they reactivated the Quicksilver daily missions, but they were offline for a few days. Like for 2 days, I couldn't do daily missions. So I mention it because it tells me that they might be working on the Quicksilver rework, some kind of better way to make Quicksilver, and also to do like group daily missions. Oh my God, we're going way deep into the cave. It suddenly got like real steep, but that's okay. That's fine. It's not like my phobia is heights or anything. Big massive chamber, alert. Okay, it's sloped. It's sloped, but not here. We found big massive chamber. Let's see how far we are from electromagnetic deposit. From that's far. Do we have any deposit here? We have a B mineral. That doesn't help anyone. We don't have to build. You know, if the two bases are far enough apart, we can build them separate. The only thing is we need a power supply for this one. Who said we didn't have torque on We got torque on this baby. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can get out. There you go. Yeah. Alright, let's see how far we are. And look how much is left all the way down to the basing of the mountain. No, yeah. It's over 1,000. This is the closest B one. Oh, there's a C one. We could have two bases. The only bad thing about making placing two bases near each other is that they share the same rendering. There's a limit to the rendering, and they will start to overlap. So you would at points render both bases as parts, therefore impacting your rendering. Wait, this is a good area with an amazing view. Wait, let's go back up here. Okay. I know, Mara, you like this. I like it too. Because what I'm thinking is we can build on the side and I don't know, the entrance be here, but you can still work your way down and the Exocraft parking lot be here. I don't know. I don't know. No sé, no sé, no sé. Where is that marker? My marker that I placed down. There it is. It would connect. It probably connects. What electromagnetic deposit is nearby? It's a C class. We can always scale. There's the observatory. Decisions. Yeah, I think we should do two bases. One with that C class and one with the main bunker using those two. Oh, we fell in a pit. Those two main B class generators. Oof, that was epic. Did we get an achievement for that? No? B class. And it's nearby, very close. Oh, I have to switch the camera off. Here it is. No, this one. 150 units. Okay, here's where we're gonna pretty much build our base, our main base. 150 units. In what direction? I know, baby girl. My dog came by. Probably here. Probably this is gonna be the entryway. Alright, another test. Very important test. This is one. We wanna see how far that wall is. Meaning how deep can we build the bunker? You should test this before you set out to do this test before you set out to build your own bunker. So I'm gonna reach here where it's pretty much steep, too steep to walk, and I'm just gonna shoot this straight. Ideally, it should be endless. We could traverse the entire mountain to the other side. Yeah, but it's looking deep. And ideally, we should just be able to keep going. I'm happy. This passes way flying colors. You can just keep digging. All right, guys. If you want to build bunker bases, find extreme cave planets because you'll be able to dig way deep into the terrain. It won't be a shallow terrain. It'll be a rich, deep terrain that you can dig. Look, and we've made so we just keep going. Ideally, that's what you want. You want to be able to even traverse the entire mountain, and that's what we just did. That's exactly what we just did. We came out the other side of the mountain. All right, let's reload because this is gonna be a lot of work to undo. But yeah, Ben says, I know they took them away. The community missions he's talking about. Yeah, yeah, they did take them away. It was awesome because you would get 1,000 Quicksilver every week, and that was a lot. Especially you see how expensive the items are. But there's so many cool ones. I love the robots. There is a drone robot. Struck. It's a base building part. But what it does is you put a circle on the ground and it creates a flying robot in the air that will like it has a pattern, a flying pattern. It will go, but I place it inside the electromagnetic plant, and they look like drones that are maintaining my generators, flying around, scanning the generators, and making sure they're working up to par. It looks amazing when you see it. But yeah, yeah, that's one of the items you buy with Quicksilver, but it costs like 800 Quicksilver just that one blueprint. Still, pretty epic. At least they're blueprints and not consumable items that forces you to keep buying them with Quicksilver. No, no, no. They give you the blueprint. You buy it once, and you get to put as many drone robots as your heart pleases. But yes, this is where we're gonna settle. Okay, this is where we're gonna settle, and I have decided it. And the electromagnetic base is exactly the distance that we want. 250, 250 is what we want. So now let's find a place for our base computer that's out of the way. Wow, it's really tall. Maybe like here, we could say that this is just surveying the land. It basically that's what it is. The base computer is a survey device. Okay, we have to make sure. Okay, let's put it over here. I don't want to put it at the edge because it wouldn't be safe to be surveying the land so close to a cliff, right? Okay, here, 250, 260. I'll get away with 260. You want to give it a little bit of space in order for you to be able to place parts around it. Some people know a way to extend the limit of your base, but I don't know how to make it work. I don't know if maybe Xbox doesn't work as well. So I stay with just following what the game has, the game limits. So therefore, you can put um, your base marker. What I did is I find the place where the electromagnetic deposit is, or hotspot is, which is 250 units that way. Then I know that I can place this base locator, base marker, 600, I mean, 300 units in a radius around that electromagnetic deposit. Then, but whatever I decide to place that base marker, then I can only build 300 units in the opposite direction of the electromagnetic deposit. Wherever so that's why I line them up in an angle in a line like this, so that those extra 300 yards would be over here, where we have this big canyon and all these cave systems. We're probably not going to be building so much here. We're going to build one bunker and then explore the caves. But I still wanted to give myself the option. Just wanted to explain that thought pattern in case it helps anyone. or yeah. Yeah, we gotta go bright colored. I like the. mm, Let's what should we call it? Let's call it divergence HQ. This is gonna be our headquarters, our command post and we're gonna build a massive base to represent that. And we know now that we can because we already tested how deep we can dig. So we can dig a ton. We can also dig towards a cave. Now, but this is awesome. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, and notification bell if you haven't already. Appreciate you coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream and hope to see you in the next one, where we will be starting to place down the base building parts. We have found the location, but we still have to build the base, and I want to do that with a fresh set of eyes and after some rest. We've been streaming all throughout the day. It's been amazing and fun. We almost built an entire Arctic bunker and then found out that we couldn't build any deeper, and it was gonna end up being a shallow. So we were back to step one, but at this point we have found an extreme cave planet that is gonna let us build the very deep bunker, amazing bunker that we wanted. So hope you enjoy that's what's gonna be coming up next shortly. Mr. Sleep says GG's, good games. Sleep well. Thanks, Mr. Sleep. Thank you. You too. Sleep well, Mr. Sleep. That is very important. I don't name myself, but it is very important to me to the sleep. You know, otherwise you just have a horrible day the next day, and that's not the point. Um, but look, this amazing frothing planet, champagne planet, I call it, and it has caves. It's like Swiss cheese and champagne. It's not a good mix. Not a good mix. Don't do that. Swiss cheese and cheese, any type of cheese, cheese and champagne, cheese and wine. Yeah, but champagne is a different thing. No, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I would be hungry. I would be hungry and I would eat whatever is in front of me, cheese and crackers, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been fun. Thanks, guys, for coming by. And yeah, this I will be back tomorrow. The plan is to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be on then, and on the weekends, we'll see. I'll let you guys know on ahead of time what I'm planning for the weekend because it varies. It'll vary the weekend. I'll either take time to do something if I can stream more time, then I'll do like today that I just streamed for most of the day. But yeah, yeah, hope to be back. Things are more stable at work now, so I'll try to keep to a consistent schedule so that you can expect me. I respect your time and appreciate it. So thanks for coming by and spending it with us here at Tech Tony. Yeah.